Hi guys! So excited to be back. I'm sorry I missed last week. You didn't get a video last week, but I took a little day off. So I'm super excited to be back, and especially because this week's story is Daniel and the Lions. And so I have a really cool book to read you guys. Um, so if you remember our book for uh, Jonah and the Whale, there we go. And so this is another one of those storybooks with Jonah and the Big Fish. And this is Daniel and the Lions. And so we'll read this today. And then if you have your Faith Formation at Home packet, your newsletter on the back is to make a lion den. Can you see that? So you can make your own lion den, just like how Daniel got, well, we'll read about how Daniel got sent to the lion den, okay? So here we go. Daniel and the Lions. Daniel was an important man. He was one of 3 ministers chosen by the king to help him rule the land. Daniel worked hard. He soon became the king's favorite. One day, the king decided to put Daniel in charge of everyone. The other 2 ministers were angry. Why should Daniel be more important than us, they grumbled. He is not even from this land, whispered one. And he only praises his own God, whispered the other. Together, they came up with a plan to get rid of Daniel. The 2 ministers went to see the king. "O king, you are so great," they cried. "Make a law saying that everyone should praise only you for 30 days. The king likes to be praised, so he listened to them. Whoever breaks the law must then be thrown into the lion's den, they said. The king agreed to make it the law. For 30 days, everyone praised the king. But Daniel, he went home, knelt at the window, and praised God, just as he always did. The 2 ministers were spying on Daniel. When they saw him praising God, they went straight to the king. "O king, you are so great," they cried. Daniel praised his God. He has broken the law. When the king heard this, he was very sad. Whoever breaks the law must then be thrown into the lion's den, they said. The law is the law, sighed the king. Daniel was taken to the deep, dark den. Inside, the lions prowled and growled. Daniel was lowered down into the den. Grrr! The lions sniffed and snarled. The king looked down into the den. "I hope your God takes care of you, Daniel," he called sadly. A big rock was rolled over the den so that there was no escape. Daniel sat in the gloomy den. The lions circled around him. Then an angel appeared, and the lions settled down. See, look, they're taking naps even. The king went back to his palace. He couldn't eat, he couldn't work, he couldn't sleep. All night he tossed and turned in his bed. The next morning, as soon as the sun came up, the king hurried to the lion's den. He gave orders to roll back the stone. "Daniel," he called, "has God saved you from the lions?" "O king, you are so great," called Daniel. "God sent an angel to tame the lions. I am safe." The king was so happy as Daniel was lifted from the den. There wasn't a mark on him. The king made a new law. From that time on, everyone in the land would worship God. God's law is the law, he said. The end. So, in our story, Daniel and the lions, the king learned how important and special it was to pray to God, right? And how sometimes we need a little reminder of that. But God made sure that he protected Daniel so that the king knew that and was able to remind him. So we're going to pray to God just like Daniel did, okay? So we're going to do one of our prayers from this month, okay? And we're going to add a little bit to it. So if you're confused when you're reading, if you have your faith formation at home. That's why I'm going to add a little extra, okay? Dear God, thank you for hearing our prayers. Help us to be thankful for all that we have. Thank you for loving all of our differences. Guide us to what is good. Help us to have a great Thanksgiving. Amen. I hope you all have a fantastic Thanksgiving weekend and enjoy the little break from school. And I will see you guys again next week. And guess what? It's going to be December already. And that means we'll start some of our Advent stuff next week, okay? I will also have new packets ready to go out by next week. So be looking for an email about the new packets for December and January, okay? Bye-bye.